So I'm really enjoying this Genestealer cult project. It's one that I've managed to get on with without any real distractions. Painting a Horde army for me is something pretty different. I tend to go for just elite small forces, but actually this one's been super rewarding. Sorry guys, hold on a sec. Uh-oh. All joking aside, I've been pretty quiet recently. It's been a while since I've given you guys a new video, and for that, I'm sorry. Life has been pretty crazy recently, but I'll be honest, that's a bit of a poor excuse for me, and actually I have had plenty of hobby time, but I've just chosen to use it on something a little bit more selfish. If you've been following the channel for a while, you may know that last year I applied for what is probably the most exclusive Warhammer tournament in the world. That was the No Retreat tournament held by the SM Battle Reports guys over in sunny Gibraltar. Now, I'm not going to suggest you go back and watch that video because I'll be honest, I just have, and I cringed a lot all the way through it. My filmmaking definitely has improved in the last year. I do highly recommend you check out the tournament though. The applications for this year have now closed, but they do try and run it every year. And to be honest, with the painting standard, you probably want to be sensible, unlike myself, and give yourself a bit of time to get ready. I wasn't sensible though, and with just under a month to go before the applications had to be in, I thought it'd be a really good idea to embark on a new repainting project for my old Slaanesh Demons. I was fairly sure that I wasn't going to get my Genestealer cult stuff done to the standard that I wanted in time for the deadline. So instead I decided that it'd be a really smart idea to essentially start a whole new project. The Slaanesh Demons were always one of my absolute favourite armies to use on the table. Due to their speed and their glass cannon nature, they can be quite a rewarding army to play. They are, however, very much a high risk, high reward sort of army. Recently they have languished in boxes though, as the paint job I did on these was a very long time ago, and even then it was done as a bit of a speed paint to get them to a usable standard for a tournament. Those that know me know that I put quite a lot of stock into things being painted and painted nicely. I fully admit I'm one of those that absolutely hates putting anything unpainted on the tabletop, and I always want the models I'm using to be painted to at least what I would consider to be a good standard. This has meant that these Slaanesh Demons have long gone unloved in the bottom of a wardrobe. Well, it's time to fix that and, again, try and get myself into one of the world's most exclusive tournaments at the same time. Having already painted up the Celeste model recently as a bit of fun, I already essentially had the colour scheme ready for me, which saved me a whole lot of time. I'll save the details of how I painted these models for a potential future video, but over the last month I've poured hours and hours into reductive oil washes, dry brushing and some very tiny details. Now realistically, we all know that I was never going to be able to paint a full army in this time frame. I'm not a quick painter, and to paint to the standard that I was wanting, I would really have to spend some serious time on these models. So it's going to be all about efficiency and making sure that I have concentrated on the bigger and the more eye-catching models. To make sure that I stood the best chance of getting a good quality application, I concentrated on models like the Keeper of Secrets, Be'lakor, and the Contorted Epitome. These would all really stand out on the application, and for sure, a bit of eye-catching is what I'll be needing. So after pouring a lot of hours into this project, I was pretty happy that I had a decent core of the army to submit to the boys over at SM Battle Reports. Now obviously it's pretty wasteful to spend all of this time on painting the models only to send over some awful rushed photos. So I took my time to set up the light box and some decent lighting to make sure that I had some good quality photos to accompany my application, just to give me the best chance. There are plenty of videos online about how to take good quality photos of your miniatures, but with my photographic background, this is something I've toyed with touching on in a video before. So if you guys want this, if you want a video on how to take good quality photos of your minis, then please let me know down in the comments below. So now it's time to cross my fingers and continue working on finishing up this army, whilst I wait for the notification to find out whether I was lucky enough to get in. But now the bulk of the project is done, my application has been sent, and I've no longer got those time constraints in place, so I'm very much back to filming videos. I will be making a few small changes to the channel in the coming months and into next year, and hopefully we'll be putting into place some fairly exciting plans for 2022. This was only intended to be a very short video just to explain why I've been so quiet recently, why I haven't dropped any videos over the last few weeks, and obviously I've gone on a little bit longer than I intended. But I do just want to say thank you guys, keep watching and keep your eyes peeled for some fairly fun new videos coming soon. And remember guys, if all else fails, spray it black and start again.